Good morning, Year 2. So today is Monday the 22nd of June and we're going to carry on this week looking at poetry. Who can remind us what is a poem? Okay, so from last week, hopefully we know that a poem is where we share our feelings or our thoughts in a piece of writing, and a piece of writing often uses rhythm or rhyme, a little bit like a song. Okay. And we're going to look at a special kind of poem this week. This week we're going to look at a shape poem. Does anybody know what a shape poem might be? Okay, so let's see if you said any of these things. A shape poem is a poem that describes an object. It might describe a person or it might describe a place. Okay, the special thing about the shape poem is that the words are arranged in the shape of the object, the person or the place that you're describing. It doesn't have to have rhyming words. Your sentences have capital letters and full stops. And a shape poem often uses alliteration and similes. And we'll have a look at what they are a little bit later this week. So today we're going to have a go at reciting some shape poems. So we had a go at reciting a poem last week. That means retelling a poem. You had to go at retelling the poem The Soundkeeper to somebody in your house. Today we're going to recite some shape poems. Okay. So I've got a shape poem on my board. I'm going to read the poem and I want you to have a think, is this a shape poem? And how do you know? Thinking about what we've just spoken about what a shape poem includes, I want you to decide if you think this is a shape poem and how do you know? A huge rock that rumbles and roars, wrecking the ground all around it. It shoots sizzling, steaming, scorching lava like a monster spitting out hot liquid into the air. Like a smoking dragon, it finally starts to calm down. The chaos stops and it goes back to being a deadly and dangerous rock. Okay. Do we think that's a shape poem? Okay. Hopefully you did and you said yes. Why do you think it's a shape poem? Okay. Hopefully we spotted that it's talking to us about an object. It's got our capital letters and full stops at the end of our sentences. It's put the words in the shape of the object that it's talking about. And it also has some alliteration, sizzling, steaming, scorching, lava, and similes, like a smoking dragon. So it is a shape poem. Could anybody think they can tell me, what do you think the shape poem is about? I want you to have a look at the picture and use the words to help you. Okay, it's about a volcano. And we know that because it's in the shape of a volcano. And it also tells us that it's a rock that rumbles and roars. It shoots out lava. And it can then calm back down into a rock. It calms back down into a mountain. So the shape of the poem and the words used in the poem let us know that it's talking about a volcano. Let's have a look at another shape poem together then, before you go on to read some on your own and decide if they're a shape poem and what they are talking about. Rainbows are colours so bright, they can glow all night. Rainbows go round and round, they can pass through different towns. They make people smile and cheer. Rainbows are here. Okay, do you think that's a shape poem? Okay, I'm hoping that we said yeah. Why do we think it's a shape poem? Okay, it's a shape poem because the object that it's talking about is a rainbow and it's put the words into the shape of a rainbow. It's used our capital letters and our full stops. Okay, and I don't think this one's used alliteration or similes, but they don't have to. Okay, so your job today then is to read some of the shape poems that you've got on your sheet. You can read them to somebody in your house, and then I want you to have a think. Are they a shape poem? How do you know? So hopefully from the shape, and hopefully from some of the words that they used, like colours and bright. It uses the word rainbow in this one. They make people smile. Okay. When you've done that, some of you might want to have a go of the challenge. So here you've got your own sentences, and I want you to have a go at building your own shape poem. So this shape poem is going to be about a fish. And Miss Burrows has given you some sentences, and I want you to arrange those sentences onto your fish. So look carefully at the size of your sentences and where they're going to fit to help you to build a shape poem for a fish. Okay, I hope you enjoy looking at shape poems as we start our week.